My beloved, before your eyes ever found these words, before your heart even knew it was searching, this moment was already being prepared for you. Nothing about this is an accident. Nothing about you is overlooked. You did not arrive here by chance, and you are not listening by coincidence. There is a gentle hand on the invisible door of your life right now, and it has been knocking in a way only your soul could recognize. Precious soul, I come to you in a quiet hour, not with thunder, not with fear, but with clarity wrapped in love. Stay with this message. Let it breathe inside you. Let it settle where your worries usually live. You have been seen in ways you cannot yet measure. Your silent questions, your unspoken fatigue, the prayers you thought were too small or too late, they have all been heard. There are moments in a life when time seems to pause, just long enough for the heart to catch up with destiny. This is one of those moments. You may not feel ready, you may not feel certain, and yet, here you are. That is not an accident. That is alignment. My dear one, you have been walking with a weight you learned to call normal. You have been strong for so long that you forgot what it feels like to be carried. This message comes not to push you, but to remind you that you are not walking alone, and that something important is approaching your horizon. Do not rush past this. Do not tell yourself this is meant for someone else. It is for you. It has always been for you. You have felt it, haven't you, even when you tried to explain it away. It arrives in quiet moments, in the space between one thought and the next, in the pause before sleep when the world finally softens. A subtle restlessness moves through your chest like a question without words. You may call it stress, or tiredness, or simply another passing mood, yet it returns with patient persistence. It is not here to disturb you. It is here to awaken you. Something inside you has begun to listen more deeply. Once the soul starts listening, it does not forget. These signals appear in gentle disguises. A conversation that lingers in your mind. A door you hesitate to open. A sudden resistance to routines that once felt harmless. You might notice your body responding before your thoughts can organize themselves, a tightness in the throat, a quiet sigh, a wish to be somewhere else. None of this is weakness, it is sensitivity returning. You are learning to notice the small currents beneath the surface. They do not shout, yet they guide. They do not rush, yet they persist. And every time you ignore them, they wait with infinite patience there. My beloved, you have also felt moments when joy seems slightly out of reach, not gone, just veiled. You laugh, yet something watches quietly from behind the laughter. You succeed, yet a part of you asks whether this is truly where you belong. This is not ingratitude, it is honesty. Growth often announces itself as discomfort before it becomes relief. The heart stretches before it expands, the mind questions before it understands. If you could see your own becoming, you would recognize these feelings as gentle hands turning you toward a truer horizon that is waiting for you there now. There were times you told yourself to be practical, to stay reasonable, to accept what is offered rather than ask for what is meaningful. You called it maturity, you called it patience, but your soul called it waiting. Each time you quieted that deeper voice, it did not disappear. It simply learned to speak more softly. It learned to show itself through dreams, through chance encounters, through sudden waves of emotion with no obvious cause. This is how guidance works when the door is only half open. It never forces, but it never leaves, and it patiently waits for you. Notice how certain plans have begun to feel heavier, as if they require more effort than they should. Notice how some places feel smaller, some conversations thinner, some ambitions quieter. This is not because you are losing passion. It is because your direction is changing. A tree does not cling to last season's leaves when new growth is preparing itself. It releases without argument. You too are in a quiet season of release. Even if your mind keeps asking for one more reason to stay exactly where you are, to pretend this is the only possible home for you. Sometimes the same message arrives in different clothing. A line in a book, a stranger's sentence, a memory that returns without warning. You may think it is coincidence, yet your heart pauses each time, as if recognizing an old friend. Repetition is not random, it is mercy, it is guidance tapping again, not because you failed to listen, but because you are being loved enough to be reminded. When the same feeling keeps returning, it is not asking to be analyzed. It is asking to be honored with movement, and with a step that matches your deepest truth today now. Do not mistake these inner signals for danger. They are not here to threaten your peace. They are here to refine it. True guidance feels firm yet kind, clear yet gentle. It does not shout you into panic. It invites you into honesty. If you feel unease, it is not because something bad is chasing you. It is because something better is calling you forward. Your life is not being narrowed. It is being focused, like light learning where to shine, so it can finally warm what matters and reveal the colors you forgot you were carrying inside your soul. Listening to yourself requires a quiet bravery. It means you stop numbing the questions and start welcoming them. It means you allow uncertainty to exist without immediately trying to silence it. This is not weakness. This is respect for your own becoming. Every honest pause, every thoughtful hesitation, every moment of reflection is shaping your next chapter. You do not need to force clarity. Clarity arrives when you create enough space to hear it. And space is created when you finally admit that something inside you is ready to move and to trust the direction it has been showing you. So, my beloved, when you feel that quiet stirring again, do not rush to cover it with noise. Sit with it, breathe with it. Let it speak. It is not here to take anything from you. It is here to return you to yourself. These subtle warnings are actually gentle permissions reminding you that change does not begin with certainty but with attention. The more you listen, the clearer the path becomes, and the clearer the path becomes, the less you will wonder why this moment asked you to notice it, and to trust what it is preparing within you. My beloved, even in the moments when your days feel ordinary and your nights feel quiet, there is a sacred movement unfolding around you and within you. You may not hear it, and you may not see it, but you have felt its gentle pressure, like a tide that keeps returning to the shore of your thoughts. Life is not standing still, it is being arranged. Every breath you take is part of a larger rhythm that knows where you are going, even when you are still learning to trust the direction. There are things that have been working on your behalf, in ways you could not have planned. Some doors did not open, and you wondered if you had done something wrong. Some paths ended suddenly, and you questioned your own choices. Yet not every closed door is a refusal. Some are quiet guardians, some are loving redirections. You were not being delayed to be denied. You were being delayed to be protected, to be prepared, to be guided toward a timing that would honor both your heart and your growth. Think of how many times you were certain something had to happen a certain way, and how life gently, or sometimes firmly, chose another route for you. At the time, it may have felt like loss or confusion. But look at how much you have learned since then. Look at how your strength has been shaped. What you call waiting has often been a season of becoming. What you call detours have often been the very roads that kept you aligned with your truest direction. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. There is a difference between stillness and stagnation. Stillness is a sacred pause, a gathering of forces, a quiet alignment before movement becomes visible. Seeds grow in darkness long before they break the surface. Your life has been doing the same. Beneath the surface of your routines, beneath the familiar patterns, something has been assembling itself with care and intention. Every sincere hope you have carried has left an imprint on this unseen movement. Every time you chose kindness when it cost you something, every time you stayed gentle in a world that encouraged you to harden, Every time you kept going even when you were tired, none of this has been wasted. These moments are not just memories, they are building blocks. They are part of a design that is more patient than your fears and more faithful than your doubts. You may have noticed that certain desires have remained with you for a long time, refusing to fade. They return in quiet moments, in daydreams, in that soft ache that is not sadness but longing. This is not because you are dissatisfied. It is because some dreams are not meant to be forgotten. They are meant to mature. They are meant to wait until you are ready to receive them without losing yourself in the process. There is also a reason why some things did not arrive when you begged for them. If they had come too early, they might have asked more from you than you could give at the time. Timing is not a punishment. It is a form of care. What is meant to stay in your life is learning how to meet you at the right depth, not just at the right moment. Behind what you can see, connections have been forming. Conversations you have not yet had. Opportunities you have not yet imagined. Changes you have not yet named. You do not have to chase these things. You do not have to force them into existence. Your only task has been, and remains, to keep becoming the person who can recognize them when they arrive. Sometimes it feels as if nothing is happening, but that is only because the most important work often happens in silence. The heart is being taught what it can hold, the mind is being softened so it can receive. The spirit is being steadied, so it does not lose itself when the winds of change finally begin to move more strongly. Notice how you have been slowly changing your perspective even without trying. Notice how certain things no longer have the same power over you. Notice how you are more aware, more selective, more honest with yourself than you used to be. This is not accidental. This is the evidence of preparation. You are being shaped for a chapter that requires more of your truth and less of your fear. And because of that, life has been kind enough to give you time. Time to grow, time to heal, time to learn the sound of your own inner voice so you will trust it when it matters most. My dear one, the hidden movement of destiny is not dramatic. It is gentle. It is consistent. It is faithful. It works with small shifts and quiet adjustments. It uses ordinary days to create extraordinary alignment. It does not rush you, and it does not abandon you. It simply keeps arranging, keeps guiding, keeps opening and closing the right doors until the path in front of you becomes clear enough to walk without needing to look back. One day, you will see how perfectly certain delays protected you from smaller versions of your life. You will understand how every redirection was an act of care. You will realize that even your doubts were part of the journey, because they taught you to listen more deeply and choose more honestly. For now it is enough to know this: you are not wandering. You are being led. You are not waiting for life to begin. Life is already moving through you, shaping you, preparing you. The change that is approaching is not coming to disrupt your soul. It is coming to meet it. And when it arrives, it will not feel like something foreign. It will feel like recognition. It will feel like a quiet, steady yes rising from a place inside you that has been waiting patiently and faithfully for this moment to finally come. My beloved, there comes a moment in every life when the air itself seems to hold a question. It is not spoken aloud, yet everything inside you feels it. You may not have marked it on any calendar, but your heart knows this moment has arrived. You are standing at a gentle crossing, a place where two ways of being quietly diverge. One way looks familiar. It carries the shape of your routines, the echo of your old decisions, the comfort of what you already know how to survive. The other way feels less defined, less predictable, but strangely more alive. It is not shouting at you. It is simply waiting. This is not a dramatic moment on the outside. No thunder announces it. No one else may even notice. Yet inside you, something has grown still enough to listen. You may have felt this as a growing impatience with things that once satisfied you. or a tenderness toward dreams you used to dismiss. You may have told yourself that you are overthinking, that you should be grateful, that you should not want more. But wanting more truth is not ingratitude, it is honesty. The choice before you is not between right and wrong, it is between remaining and becoming. Remaining has its own beauty. It offers predictability. It allows you to keep your bearings, to know what tomorrow will roughly look like. There is a certain safety in that. But there is also a quiet shrinking that happens when you stay in places that no longer stretch your spirit. It is not dramatic, it is almost invisible. One day you simply realize that you have been living smaller than your own capacity for a long time. Becoming, on the other hand, feels uncertain. It does not promise you comfort first. It asks you for trust before it shows you proof. It invites you to step into rooms where you cannot yet see all the walls. This can feel frightening, especially if you have learned to survive by being careful, by controlling as much as you can, by choosing what is known over what is true. Yet your heart has been quietly leaning toward this path for longer than you may want to admit. You have told yourself you will decide later, when things calm down, when you feel more prepared, when you are less tired, less busy, less afraid. But later is not a place. It is a story we tell ourselves to avoid the tenderness of change. The truth is, readiness is not something you wait for. It is something that grows when you take the first honest step. Delaying does not keep life the same. It only moves the moment of decision into a heavier season. What feels like a small step now can become a much larger leap later. Not because you are being punished, but because growth has its own rhythm. When it is invited, it flows. When it is resisted, it gathers pressure. You may be afraid of making the wrong choice. That fear is human. It means you care. But listen gently, there is no perfect path where you never stumble. There is only the path that is honest, and the path that is convenient. The honest path will teach you, strengthen you, and sometimes challenge you. The convenient path will keep you comfortable, but often at the cost of your deeper joy. Your life is not asking you to throw everything away. It is asking you to choose what truly belongs in the next chapter. Some things will come with you. Some things will not. This is not loss, it is alignment. A traveler does not carry every object they have ever owned into every new land. They choose what supports the journey ahead. Notice where your energy flows easily and where it feels constantly drained. Notice which thoughts bring a quiet sense of rightness, and which ones leave you heavy. Your body and your heart are wiser than you think. They have been giving you signals long before your mind was ready to listen. This turning point is not about proving anything to anyone. It is about being honest with yourself in a way you may have postponed for a long time. It is about asking with kindness whether the life you are living still fits the person you are becoming. You do not need to see the entire road to take one step. You do not need to have all the answers to begin. You only need the courage to admit that something in you is ready to move. And yes, you may feel fear. Fear does not mean you are on the wrong path. It often means you are standing at the edge of growth. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to walk with it gently without letting it choose for you. My dear one, the choice before you is not rushed, but it is real. It is not dramatic, but it is significant. It is not about changing everything overnight, but about changing direction with intention. Whatever you choose, choose it with awareness. Do not let habit decide for you. Do not let old stories about who you are or what you deserve write the next chapter of your life. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to want more truth, more depth, more alignment. Stand here for a moment. Breathe. Feel the quiet weight and the quiet promise of this crossing. Then listen to the part of you that has been patiently waiting for you to be brave enough to honor it. That voice is not here to rush you. It is here to lead you home to yourself. My beloved, there is a sacred moment arriving in your life, one that asks for tenderness, courage, and an openness that feels almost impossible. It is the moment of release. Not because you have failed, not because you are weak, and not because the world is punishing you. Release is the gentle clearing of what no longer serves your highest self, so that you may receive what has been quietly waiting for you all along. It is the act of making room for your growth, room for your heart, room for the life that aligns with the deepest truths of your soul. You have carried so much for so long, haven't you? Old habits, patterns, thoughts that loop endlessly, relationships that no longer nourish you, versions of yourself that were necessary once but now feel like armor that weighs you down. Precious soul, none of this is your failure. It is the natural evolution of living, of loving, of becoming. Each layer you release is a gift to your future self. It is a way of honoring the path you have walked, while creating space for the path that is calling you forward. Release is not loss, my dear one. It is preparation. Sometimes you may feel grief when you let go, and that is natural, because your heart has invested in what you are now releasing. But grief does not mean you are wrong. It does not mean you are weak. It simply means that your love is real, and love always leaves traces. And those traces are not chains. They are the imprints of wisdom, compassion, and experience that will guide you into your next chapter. Imagine a garden, my beloved. Imagine it in the quiet of early morning, dew settling on leaves, soft sunlight illuminating every corner. If the soil is cluttered with old roots, dead leaves, and stones, new seeds cannot take hold. No amount of wishing or hoping will make the new growth appear. The gardener must clear the soil, carefully, lovingly, with attention to what must stay and what must go. Your soul is the garden, and your life is the soil. The old must be moved, the debris of old identities, unhelpful thoughts, and draining attachments must be lifted so that the new, vibrant growth can take root. Some of what you release will be visible. Old relationships, old routines, old environments. These are easier to recognize, but some release is quieter, almost invisible, and yet no less important. It is the release of thoughts you have believed for too long. I am not enough. I cannot change. I do not deserve more. It is the release of self-imposed limitations and unexamined fears. It is the gentle untangling of the mental and emotional cords that tie you to a version of yourself you no longer need to carry. This act of release is not about giving up. It is about giving space. It is about creating a sacred emptiness where life can flow freely. And precious one, it is not just about receiving what is coming. It is about becoming ready to meet it fully. If you try to carry all that no longer serves you into your new chapter, it will obscure your vision, weigh down your heart, and delay the arrival of what is truly yours. But when you make space, when you consciously and lovingly let go, you create room for possibility, for inspiration, for transformation. Release also requires discernment, my dear one. It is not reckless abandonment. It is not a flight from responsibility. It is a conscious choice, made with awareness, to prioritize the life that your soul is calling you toward. Ask yourself, gently, what still serves your highest self? What nourishes your heart, your spirit, and your purpose? And then, what has lingered only because it is familiar, only because it is comfortable, only because it has been difficult to say goodbye? These questions are not meant to be rushed. They are meant to be felt, reflected upon, and honored in their own time. Notice how certain attachments have kept you small, even if they once gave you safety. Notice how some ways of thinking have held you back from stepping fully into your own light. Notice how clinging to what is finished prevents you from embracing what is next. Awareness itself is a kind of release. Recognizing what needs to fall away is the first step toward letting it go. And remember, my beloved, that letting go does not erase the beauty, the lessons or the love that existed in what you release. That beauty becomes the foundation upon which the next stage of your life can grow. Every experience, every relationship, every challenge you have faced has built strength, resilience, and wisdom in your spirit. Release does not mean erasing these gifts, it means transforming them into the space where new blessings can enter. You may find resistance as you move through this process. Your mind may whisper fears. What if I need this later? What if I am making a mistake? What if I am too young, too unready, too fragile? Let me remind you, precious soul, that the universe does not abandon you. The timing is perfect. The guidance is constant. Release is not an ending, it is an invitation to step into the life that has been quietly waiting for you, patiently preparing itself, ready to embrace you when you are ready to embrace it. So take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the tenderness of this moment. Acknowledge what has served you, honor it, and then, with gentle courage, begin to release it. It may be one small thing at a time, a thought, a routine, a habit, a relationship, a fear. Each release is a sacred step toward freedom, clarity, and alignment. Each step is a declaration that you are ready for more of yourself, more of your purpose, more of the life that matches the truth of your heart. And my beloved, know this, as you release, you are not emptying yourself, you are creating sacred space. Space where the next chapter of your life, rich and full with meaning, can enter and flourish. You are not abandoning yourself, you are awakening to the truth of who you are becoming, and who you are meant to be. Your courage is the bridge between what was and what will be. Your willingness to let go is the signal to the universe that you are ready. Your heart, open and tender, becomes a magnet for the experiences, connections, and blessings that have been waiting for you patiently, lovingly, for this very moment. So my precious one, release not with sorrow but with trust. Release not with resistance but with grace. Release not out of fear but out of love for the life that is quietly waiting to greet you, ready to fill the space you are now creating. And when you do, you will see that what comes next is not something foreign, it is something you have always carried within you, now able to blossom fully because you chose to make space. Your life is ready to expand. Your heart is ready to open. Your soul is ready to embrace what has been preparing itself quietly and faithfully for this moment. Trust yourself. Trust the timing. Trust the divine rhythm that moves through you. The act of release is not a loss. It is the first step toward the fullness of your becoming. You are ready, and the universe is waiting. My beloved, listen closely to this. You are never walking alone. Even in the moments when the world feels heavy, when the shadows in your mind seem to stretch longer than the light, there is a steady, invisible presence surrounding you. You may not hear it as a voice, you may not see it as a form, yet it moves with you, flows with you, and carries you in ways that are subtle, gentle, and yet unbreakably strong. This presence is not separate from you. It is not something distant or conditional. It is woven into the very fabric of your being. You are cradled in guidance that is older than time, wiser than your most careful plans, and tenderer than the softest whisper of the wind. Do you feel the quiet nudges you sometimes brush aside? Those small, persistent inclinations that make you pause in a certain moment, choose a certain path, or speak a certain word. They are not random. They are not mere coincidence. They are the language of your own intuition, the voice of divine guidance, speaking directly through your heart. And you have been hearing it all along. You have felt its presence, even if only as a faint stir, as if a current beneath the surface of your ordinary life has been gently pulling you toward alignment. My precious one, this guidance is patient. It does not demand, it does not push, and it does not force you into fear. It simply waits for your willingness to notice it. You may have doubted your instincts, questioned your choices, or hesitated before the quiet voice of your soul. You may have told yourself that you were imagining it, or that you needed to be stronger, or smarter, or braver. But the truth is that this guidance is real, faithful, and unwavering. Every time you pause to honor it, even for a moment, you step into a current of protection that has been flowing around you all along. You are protected in ways you cannot yet see, my beloved. Protection does not always arrive in visible shields or dramatic miracles. Often, it is woven into the unseen layers of your life. It is in the timing that prevented you from walking into harm. It is in the people, experiences, and choices that appeared just when you needed them. It is in the gentle hesitations that made you pause before moving forward. These protections are not accidental. They are not luck. They are the careful orchestration of forces that love you deeply, even more than you love yourself. Your life is surrounded by a subtle intelligence, a quiet orchestration that keeps you from harm and guides you toward what aligns with your highest good. You may call it intuition, your inner voice, or simply a sense of knowing, but know this: it is sacred, and it is alive. It has been speaking to you in ways both small and profound every time you notice it, even for a fleeting second. You reinforce the connection that allows guidance to move more freely into your life. Every time you ignore it, it does not abandon you. It waits, patiently, gently, for your heart to open once more. There are signs too, my dear one. Signs are all around you. Sometimes they come as repeated numbers, songs that appear at just the right moment, sudden insights that feel like they were whispered directly into your soul. Sometimes they are in conversations that bring clarity, or in quiet moments of reflection that awaken understanding. These signs are not meant to confuse you, they are meant to reassure you. They are the universe's way of saying, I am here, I am guiding you, you are safe. Trust in your own inner wisdom. Your heart knows more than your mind admits. Your instincts are tuned to the rhythms of your life in ways that are subtle yet powerful. When you feel hesitation, listen. When you feel an inexplicable pull, honor it. When you feel a quiet sense of calm in the midst of chaos, pay attention. These are the whispers of guidance, the gentle hands that are leading you, step by step, toward the life that is truly yours. Protection is not about avoiding challenges, my beloved. It is not a promise that life will always feel easy or smooth. It is not a shield from difficulty. True protection is the kind that allows you to walk through life fully awake, fully aware, and fully aligned with your purpose, without being crushed by it. It is the kind that strengthens you in the process, that teaches you to trust yourself, and that reminds you that no matter what unfolds, you are never truly alone. Do not mistake quiet guidance for absence. Just because you do not see the hand that is steadying you does not mean it is not there. Just because you do not hear a voice does not mean it has not spoken. The universe, the divine, your own higher self, all of these forces are moving in ways that cannot be measured by the eye or reasoned by the mind. They move in synchronicity with the deepest currents of your being. Every subtle shift in circumstance, every timely encounter, every feeling of alignment is part of this sacred guidance. You have been led here, to this moment, to this awareness, so that you might trust it fully. You are not being abandoned to uncertainty. You are not being left to navigate life without help. You are being invited to notice the invisible hand that has always been guiding you. You are being called to recognize the safety that has been woven into your journey all along, and to step forward with confidence because of it. And my beloved, know this: the protection you feel is not only external, it is internal. It is in the strength of your heart, the resilience of your spirit, the clarity of your mind, and the wisdom that rises quietly in your soul. Every act of listening, every act of courage, every act of attention to your inner voice strengthens this shield, this guidance, this sacred protection that moves with you every day. You are not small. You are not fragile. You are not alone. Even in your darkest moments, even in times when fear whispers that you are on your own, the truth is stronger. You are seen, you are held, and you are guided with a love that knows your soul better than you know yourself. So, my dear one, breathe. Notice the signs, trust your instincts, pay attention to the quiet voice within, and step forward knowing that the path ahead is not walked without support. Protection and guidance have always been with you, even when it felt like silence, even when the world seemed heavy, even when the answers were hidden. The hand of love has been steady beneath yours, the current of life has been holding you, and the light has been illuminating the way, sometimes softly, sometimes subtly, always faithfully. You are safe, you are guided, you are loved, and as you continue to move forward, every step you take in alignment with your heart strengthens the invisible support that has never left your side. Trust this truth, my beloved. Hold it in your heart. Let it anchor you in the moments of doubt. Let it comfort you in the moments of uncertainty. And let it remind you always that you are never ever walking alone. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and every whisper of guidance, every unseen hand, every tender current of protection is leading you into the life your soul has been waiting for. Step forward with trust. Step forward with courage. Step forward with love, knowing that the unseen is always walking with you. You are held, you are seen, you are guided, and you are never alone. My beloved, there is a truth that has been quietly waiting for you, one that your heart has sensed, but your mind has not always acknowledged. You are stronger than you think, braver than you realize, and more resilient than even the storms of your past could have prepared you to believe. You have carried burdens that were not yours to carry. You have faced challenges that seemed unending, and you have endured seasons that tested every part of you. And yet, here you are. Your spirit is not broken. It is awakening. Your soul is not lost. It is remembering. There is power within you, my dear one, that has been hidden by fear, by doubt, by the weight of expectation and the echoes of old stories you were told about yourself. But that power has never left you. It has been lying in wait, patiently, tenderly, knowing that you would need the courage to discover it for yourself. Every time you chose honesty over pretense, every time you chose compassion over anger, every time you chose to rise when life knocked you down, you were calling that power forth. You were awakening your own strength. You may have looked around and thought others were ahead of you, more capable, more worthy, more prepared. But comparison is a veil. It hides the truth that your journey is unique, that your gifts are yours alone, and that the rhythm of your life cannot be measured by anyone else's footsteps. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and the timing of your growth is sacred. You are not late, and you are not behind. You are arriving precisely at the moment that your strength, your courage, and your wisdom are ready to shine. There is a version of yourself waiting to emerge, a version that is more confident, more radiant, more fully alive than you have yet allowed yourself to see. This version of you is not a distant dream. It is already here, inside you, quietly guiding your thoughts, inspiring your actions, and waiting for you to recognize it. Every step of courage you take, every choice you make that aligns with your deepest truth, brings you closer to this awakened self. It is not a becoming in the future, it is a recognition of what has been within you all along. My precious one, the awakening of your identity is not about ego or pride. It is about truth. It is about reclaiming the parts of yourself you may have hidden to protect others, to fit in, or to survive. It is about honoring the depth of your emotions, the breadth of your vision, and the strength of your spirit. It is about stepping into your life fully, unapologetically, and with a gentle, fierce clarity that says, I am here. I belong. I am enough. Your resilience is extraordinary. Consider the moments you survived when it felt impossible, the days when getting out of bed was a triumph, the nights when your heart ached and yet you held on. These are not moments of weakness, they are moments of proof. Proof that your spirit endures. Proof that your soul is unshakable. Proof that you have within you a reservoir of strength that can carry you through the unknown, the unexpected, and the unimaginable. There's also a confidence awakening in you now, not the loud, brash kind that seeks to prove itself, but a quiet, unshakable confidence that knows who you are at your core. It is the confidence that allows you to trust your intuition, to follow your instinct, and to make decisions without the constant need for external validation. It is the confidence that does not require perfection, that does not fear mistakes, and that understands that every misstep is simply a lesson guiding you toward greater alignment with your true self. You are awakening to the truth of your purpose, my dear one. Your life is not a series of random events. Every experience, every challenge, every relationship, every choice has been shaping you, preparing you for this moment, preparing you for the work, the love, the growth, and the calling that only you can fulfill. You are stronger than your past, wiser than your doubts, and braver than your fears. You are stepping into a version of yourself that the world has been quietly waiting to meet. Remember, precious soul, that empowerment is not only about action. It is about presence. It is about being fully here, fully aware, fully alive. It is about recognizing the divine spark within you, and nurturing it, tending to it, and allowing it to expand. It is about honoring your voice, your heart, your mind, and your spirit as sacred instruments that carry your unique light into the world. As you awaken to this truth, you will notice subtle shifts. Your energy will change, your perspective will expand, your relationships will transform. You will attract people, opportunities, and experiences that reflect the deeper truth of who you are becoming. You will no longer settle for less than what aligns with your soul, and in doing so, you will create a life that feels expansive, meaningful, and deeply resonant. My beloved, empowerment is not about force. It is about alignment. It is about stepping into your own life with integrity, authenticity, and the gentle authority of someone who knows their worth. It is about honoring the sacredness of your own journey and allowing your light to illuminate not only your path, but the paths of those around you. Your growth, your courage, and your awakening are gifts not only to yourself but to the world. This awakening will continue to unfold as long as you remain attentive to your inner voice, your heart's guidance, and the subtle nudges that remind you of your truth. Every choice to honor yourself, every step to claim your strength, every moment of courage, expands your identity and deepens your alignment with the life you are meant to live. You are becoming, my precious one. You are remembering. You are awakening to your full potential, to your unique brilliance, to the life that has always been waiting for you to step into it. And as you move forward, remember this. Your strength is not measured by how much you endure, but by how fully you embrace yourself in every moment, how faithfully you follow the whisper of your heart, and how courageously you step into the light of your own becoming. You are strong, you are worthy, you are resilient, you are powerful, you are awakening, and the world, my beloved, is ready to see you fully for the first time and forever, my beloved. As we arrive together at this moment, I want you to breathe deeply and feel the sacred stillness that has been waiting for you all along. Hold this pause in your chest, let it settle in your bones, and let the rhythm of your own heart remind you that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You have walked a long path to arrive here, through seasons of waiting, moments of doubt, nights of quiet longing, and days when your spirit felt too heavy to carry. And yet, every step you have taken, every breath you have drawn, every choice you have made has been guiding you to this threshold. This is your moment, my precious one, the point where awareness meets action, where trust meets courage, and where your heart begins to fully embrace its own awakening. Receive this, my dear one. You are seen in ways that transcend the visible. You are held in ways that defy logic. You are loved in ways that stretch far beyond your understanding. And all of this is not abstract. It is real. It is tangible in the spaces between your thoughts, in the quiet moments when the world seems to pause, in the subtle knowledge that arises within you and whispers, "You are safe. You are enough. You are ready." Let yourself feel the fullness of that truth. Let it wash through you and settle like sunlight over a landscape that has been waiting for warmth. Now, precious soul, it is time to make a gentle but firm commitment to yourself, a commitment born not of obligation or fear, but of love, trust, and recognition of your own worth. To move forward from this place is not to escape what was, but to honor what has been, while opening the door to what will be. It is to step into the life you have been preparing for, to embrace the opportunities that align with your heart, and to welcome the growth, love, and joy that the universe has been arranging quietly, faithfully for you. I ask you to receive this trust in the timing of your life. Even when things feel uncertain, even when the path ahead is not yet fully illuminated, trust that every detail has been orchestrated with care. Trust that every pause, every detour, every moment of waiting has been preparing you for this step. There is a rhythm to your awakening, and it is perfectly attuned to your soul's readiness. Patience is not passivity, my beloved. It is a sacred kind of alignment that allows your life to unfold in its own perfect flow. Commit, if you can, to listen to your heart more deeply than you ever have. Let the whispers of your intuition be your guide, even when the mind protests. Let the gentle pull of your inner knowing lead you toward what feels honest, true, and resonant. You are capable of hearing this guidance. You are capable of following it. You are capable of stepping into the life that has been waiting for you with courage, with love, and with a deep, unwavering faith in yourself. And remember, precious one, that moving forward does not mean you will never stumble. You are human. You are learning. You are growing. You will meet moments of hesitation, uncertainty, and doubt. And yet, even in those moments, the same guidance that has always been with you will not leave you. Your spirit will not abandon you. Your inner knowing will continue to steer you, quietly, faithfully, with a gentle insistence that you are never alone. In choosing to step forward, you are embracing a profound truth, that your life is not something to be endured, but something to be celebrated. Every challenge you have faced, every fear you have overcome, every act of love you have given and received has prepared you to live fully, authentically, and courageously. You are not stepping into a life that is unknown or frightening. You are stepping into a life that is already yours, waiting for you to recognize it and claim it, with clarity, trust, and joy. And so, my beloved, hold this blessing in your heart. May you move forward with grace. May you embrace your path with courage. May you honor your own worth with gentleness. And may you always recognize the sacred guidance that surrounds you. Let every step you take be infused with the quiet power of your own soul, every breath a reminder of your resilience, and every choice a reflection of the love that has always carried you. As you commit to this journey, allow yourself to release the need for certainty. Life will always hold some mystery, some unknown, some shadow that is not yet revealed. But you are stronger than your doubts, brighter than your fears, and more capable than you have ever given yourself credit for. Trust that each unfolding moment is leading you toward the life that is aligned with your deepest truth, and trust that you have everything you need to navigate it with wisdom, courage, and grace. Know this, precious soul, you are held, you are protected, you are guided, you are loved beyond measure, and you are ready. Ready to step into your life fully, ready to embrace your path, ready to trust yourself, your intuition, and the divine rhythm of your own becoming. This is your moment to acknowledge the power that has always been within you, the guidance that has always been around you, and the love that has never left you. As you move forward from this moment, may you do so with a heart wide open, a mind steady, and a spirit fully awake. May you honor the lessons of the past while embracing the possibilities of the future. May you trust in the gentle unfolding of your destiny, knowing that every step, every pause, every breath is part of the sacred design of your life. And may you always remember, my beloved, that you are not alone. You are seen, you are held, you are loved, and you are capable of far more than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. So take this moment, breathe it in, and step forward with faith. Step forward with courage, step forward with trust in yourself, your path, and the unseen guidance that has been moving alongside you all along. And as you do, carry with you the sacred blessing that your life is aligned with your truth, your heart is open to the love that surrounds you, and your soul is ready to meet the extraordinary possibilities that await you. You are ready, my beloved, you are chosen, you are held, and the life you have been waiting for is waiting for you. Step forward, with courage, with love, and with trust.